right, well, hello everyone. Pastor Billy here, and I have with me today Kate Riera. Kate's one of our newest, not one of our absolute newest staff member. You've been hired as our part-time women's ministry director. You're starting next month in June. At least it's next month as we're filming this today. Thought we'd have a little bit of fun, do a little interview, get to know you so that our ladies can get to know you, the congregation can get to know you. So we're going to put you on the spot. Okay. But first, we need to know your basic bio. Tell us a little bit about, yourself, your family, things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So my husband Jose and I met in college. We went to Muhlenberg College in Allentown, and we like to say that we've really never left college campuses since then. We've been at 4 different colleges and universities in 4 different states, and along the way we had each one of our girls in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Maryland, and now Delaware. So those are all in order.
Okay, so now what did you major in college?
Yeah, so I majored in psychology and Spanish, and also a concentration in education, which really kind of sums up the 3 main interests that I've had and have kind of persevered with since then.
Yeah, okay, and have never really left campus since you were a college student.
Yes,
and
we have lived and worked on college campuses in many different areas, both at the University of Delaware most recently, which is what brought us to Delaware in 2010. That's when we started attending Cornerstone.
Yeah. Okay, all right. So you've been at Cornerstone since 2010. Mm-hmm. That's 11 years. How did you stumble into Cornerstone?
Yeah, well, I think it was actually through connections with University at University of
Delaware.
Delaware.
That's part of my my background.
Yeah. So Jose knew some people through University, and they highly recommended Cornerstone. We looked around very little. We settled in at Cornerstone. I think we moved in July and started in Cornerstone in August. So
yeah. Okay. So tell us something that maybe we don't know about you.
Okay, sure. So something that you might not know is that I actually always thought I was going to be a marine biologist.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I actually even interned at the Adventure Aquarium in Camden, New Jersey, and worked with...
Kate, I've known you for a while. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I worked behind the scenes, taking care of the baby seahorses and the terrapin turtles and a couple other exhibits that they had, which I really loved. But the next summer in college, I had a pretty pivotal, life-changing experience. I instead took a summer job, and also in Camden, New Jersey, at the Neighborhood Center, which is a lot like Urban Promise. And I worked teaching a 2nd grade class there for the whole summer, and it was probably one of the most life-changing experiences that I've had. So that really moved me into service, teaching, working with people, and really just wanting to understand families and cultures and communities.
Yeah, okay. Now, will you be going on vacation to the beach this summer? I mean, still like the marine world?
Back to the Jersey Shore, yes. Yep.
Okay.
We're from New Jersey originally, and that's where we go back to every summer.
Yeah, okay. All right. Hobbies?
Yeah.
Do you have any?
I do. So
you have
I
kids.
Do find,
a lot of times when we have kids, we don't have any other hobbies.
Yes,
that is my hobby.
We have our 4 girls, Bella, Anna, Mia, and Naya, who are now 18, 14, almost 15, 11, and 8.
Okay.
So definitely keeps things busy at home. But once we decided that our family was complete with children, we most recently have acquired 2 Havanese dogs, which we're first-time dog owners, but totally fell in love, and they've been a big source of joy. So
we're both of these pandemic puppies?
No, one was 5 years ago, and then a pandemic puppy.
Okay.
Yeah, just for good measure, we added another one in, and so we do lots of walks, lots of walking. But on my own, I really enjoy baking and gardening and reading. So those are my personal hobbies.
Gardening. I've seen your garden.
Yeah.
It's impressive. It's impressive.
Yeah, thank you. I love it. I love it. I love enjoying God's creation that way, and honestly, it makes me think of a ton of applications for our spiritual walk and life and everything. Every time I'm gardening, something comes to mind about that.
Okay. And you said you're going to the beach this summer. Any other big summer plans?
Yeah, mostly just the beach. We also like camping, but we haven't quite fit that in yet. We're still kind of, I guess, recovering or getting back to some of our normal things since pandemic life over the last year. But we love the Lancaster area too, so we go there a lot for day trips and stuff.
Okay. So I want to return to campus world and tell us about. So you're coming here as our part-time women's ministry director, but you have been very busy. Tell us about your working background and what were you doing?
Yeah, definitely. So I've studied counseling and mental health and then human development and family science over the years. And so that's led me into my career experiences of counseling, but mostly teaching on the university level. So I've been teaching at the University of Delaware in their Human Development and Family Science department now for about the last 10 or 11 years, part-time. Yeah. So I'll continue with some of that. Some of the classes that I teach, things like child development, family policy, mentoring relationships, counseling and human services, all sorts of things like that.
So some connections there between what you're doing to what you're going to be doing now. Yeah. You've got some letters next to your name. I know you've been in school for a long time.
Yes. Professional student for a long time. I love school, to be honest. So
So tell us. I want to know. I actually don't know what your degree is in.
No problem.
You're a doctor, though.
Yes.
Doctor something.
Mm-hmm, yep. So I did my master's in basically mental health counseling, community counseling.
Okay.
And then I say we because my husband and I went back to school together and we did our doctoral degrees together.
Yeah.
And I did mine in family science. So that's a PhD in family science.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, which is basically understanding families, relationships, all sorts of things. I say the psychology and sociology of families, and my program had a particular emphasis on understanding the experiences of individuals and families from diverse backgrounds, so that was helpful too.
Interesting. Okay, so Dr. and Dr. Riera.
Yes.
So you guys have been plugged in here for a while now, and I know you've been very active with women's ministry. Tell us, what's women's ministry meant to you? How did you get plugged in with women's ministry?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'd say really early on, definitely within that first year that we were here, it was the people, the relationships that drew me in the community of women's ministry. I loved having the opportunity to get to know women who were in the same life stage as me, but also learn a lot from women who had come before me and were in later life stages, and then even getting those opportunities to mentor and care for women who were younger than myself. So I love the intergenerational aspects of it, and being able to really see the way that the Lord offers that family in the church.
Yeah. Now you were involved in MOPS back when we had that?
Yes. Early on I had a lot of small children and was very interested. I loved the MOPS ministry and then from there I got to know
women's Bible study.
Bible study, and various other children's ministries I was involved in, and also the ESL program that I was involved in for several years.
Yeah. Okay. So you're breaking new ground here for us at Cornerstone. We've never had We've never hired a women's ministry director before. It's kind of been led by a team of ladies, and now we're transitioning to a staff. And so, tell us, what are you excited about for this?
It is very exciting, and for a couple of reasons. So I have been in women's ministry for a while, so I was really behind the scenes, kind of with this whole process, not knowing that I would be the person in the position. But I could see, the conversations we've had, the years, really, like I'd say 2 years that we've been praying about this as a possibility, and then approaching the session about it. So it's really exciting to see it happening, and to see that there's been a need for it for a while, and that it's a blessing to be able to fill that need now. But I think it's a really exciting time for the church. We're kind of coming out of the pandemic. It's loosening, its grip on things. We have a lot of new people in the church, new members, which I think is exciting, and the new vision and mission of the church that we're kind of learning about and embracing and putting into action here. So I think that's a really exciting time to be starting this, and to be kind of aligning with all of that, and a lot of great opportunities.
Yeah, there's a lot of new things going on around Cornerstone these days, and excited that you're on board for that.
Thank you.
So what any message or anything you want to say to everyone as you're stepping into this role, maybe particularly with women's ministry or whatever that is?
So two things kind of come to mind. The first is that women's ministry is for all women, so just encourage women. There is a place for you, and that all women in the church are invited, are welcome. We want to hear your voice. We want you to be part of it. So I think that that's a great thing to convey. And the second is similar. It's just that you're not alone, that the Lord has given us this church family, and that there are sisters in Christ who have gone through probably almost anything that you might be going through right now, I'd say another woman in the church has been through or maybe going through also, and that's just a wonderful opportunity to receive encouragement and hear testimonies of how the Lord has walked with other women through challenges, and joys also. We get to share each other's joys as well as bear each other's burdens. So I think that's just another wonderful aspect of women's ministry that I want to encourage women to take part of, because you don't get to hear those testimonies and stories if you're not there and not spending time with other women.
Yeah. Very good. Very good. Anything else you'd like to share?
Yeah, no, just I'm excited to get started. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Well, very good. Well, thank you, Kate, and this was good. We are very excited to have you as our newest staff member and stepping into all this new territory. So,
thank you.
That's it. All right. Well, thanks for watching.